What do the next 6 months have in store for us for the stock market? I pulled 6 cards for 6 months, and I think the results are going to be very interesting. The key word for July is positivity. This is the Sun card. It's always a good day when the Sun card shows up in the stock markets. This is the card of positivity and abundance. Expect sunny days ahead when this card shows up. There'll be an enthusiasm and optimism, and there will be lots of abundance. So I think in July, this card is saying to expect a face ripping rally to come in July. This card is very, very positive and it speaks to great abundance. July is going to be a good month, according to this card. However, going into August, the High Priestess shows up. The High Priestess speaks of secrets, hidden agendas, something below the surface that will come forward. There's things going on, underhanded deals, maybe. Something is brewing underneath the surface in the month of August. And I think that there will be news that will be released in the month of August, somewhere towards the middle or the end. And at first, the markets will take it in a positive way. It will boost the markets. There will be positive momentum um, emerging because of this news. It's going to start positive, but it's not going to stay that way. There are numerous shadow plays at work here. Moving into September, I pull the Death card reversed. This is a feeling of being stuck, unable to embrace change, not being able to look forward to change. I think that the positive sentiment that came forward in July and into August as well is going to have a feeling of nostalgia for investors in September. I think they're going to be in denial about what's happening and they're not going to be able to move forward in any way. Uncertainty will prevail. The key word for October will be breakthrough. I think restriction will be lifted. I think a shedding of fear will take place. And I think after the lack of direction and the fear of change or unwilling to embrace change and move forward, that the Death card reversed had to say in the month of September, I think that that will change. Investors will shed their fear in October and move forward. However, the keyword for November is toxicity. It's never a good day when the devil shows up to the party. The devil speaks to volatility, market manipulation, hidden agendas, bad traps. Beware in the month of November when it comes to investments and finance. The devil shows up and it's never a good thing. For December, I pulled the Chariot reversed, and the keyword for this card for December is immobility. When it's upright, this card speaks to forward movement, drive, progression, rapid progression. There might be a few bumps along the road, however. This is movement, forward movement. When it's reversed, however, again, we're back to feeling stuck. I think it ties in with the Death card reversed that we saw in September. I think we're back to not being sure which direction to take, a lack of progress, an inability to move forward. I think December is going to see the stock market in a trading range. I don't think there's going to be it's going to be pretty stagnant. However, I think towards the end of December, I think a renewed optimism is going to emerge. And I think moving into January of 2026, we'll see optimism come back to the markets. I think investors will be looking forward to the new year. 2025 has been volatile and bumpy, and it's been toxic. There's been big highs and big lows. And I think stability and a more cautious optimism will emerge in the beginning of the new year in 2026. I think the end of December investors are going to be looking forward to that. The bottom of the deck was the Hermit reversed, and the key word for this card is uncertainty, lack of direction. You know, when the hermit is upright, he's seeking a path. He's shedding light on a path. He's doing inner reflection, and he is looking at a path forward. Reversed, however, is uncertainty. There is a lack of direction. There's an inability to see the path forward. I think that speaks to the underlying theme of the markets for the entire year of 2025, and especially the last 6 months. Uncertainty will reign. There will be no clear direction. But again, even though December shows a lack of movement and a lack of direction, I think these two cards work very well together. When they reverse, and eventually they will, when they reverse, these cards speak to a new path forward being seen, light shed on the direction forward, and forward movement. So I think that's what we can expect moving into January of 2026 and the new year. We will find direction. The markets will find direction. They will move forward, and the path will be clear. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. And if you like this type of content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. It's free and it really helps my channel grow. And if you have any opinions yourself as to what you think might play out in the stock market for the next 6 months, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your take, and I'll see you in the next one.